Hi, hello everybody, welcome back. We are now here with GENX versus Bash. I am your caster once again, Gelos, and joined here by my co-caster Gretchen.
Hello.
So this match is I would say it's two pretty well-experienced teams, and I actually really like both of these teams quite a lot. I'm a little conflicted when it comes to who to kind of root for myself. I tend to know usually only one team's worth of players because I don't know everybody, unfortunately. But this one I know a decent amount of both. But Gretchen, if you want to explain Gen X a little bit while I put us on the roster screen.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
I will hold.
I used the quick break to eat something real quick. Okay. So Gen X. If any of you remember the Gen Z team or the POG team from EU Spring Scrims / whatever, it's basically those two kind of merged. So it's a bunch of mainly Miller players. There's a few, actually the EU team is in there as well, partly. So there's a few Cobalt players. It's a wild mix. Mainly Miller though. Notable names that people around the community team, like potentially well-known people, are Dante, Ollie, Knurf, Played, Bapti for sure, Yak who runs Open League. Those are the ones that are coming to mind right now.
And for the Bash team, these guys are a giant conglomeracy of a bunch of teams, mostly from Emerald, I believe. But Bax and Help, the big names in the Alps and Surge teams as well, all conglomerating together to form this little messy group. Where we have notable names like Josh, obviously, Moons, Monkey, who I don't believe has played yet. I believe he's unfortunately been able to had to miss a lot of these matches. Smellborp, Mike Honcho, E-Dubs, RCO3, Lost in Time, tons of names here that I recognize just from regular sort of Jaeger play, and Menace, of course, and CCDMC as well. Very strong heavies on their team. So it's a well balanced team, I would say, out of just a mess of people that I think has come together into a really nice kind of pasta goop, if you will. And I'm quite excited to see how they play against Gen X, who, like I said, I recognize a lot of those names as well, and a lot of these guys are super strong as well. So it's two strong teams that are going to be going against each other. I would say almost equally strong, if not only minor differences. But Bash has somewhat surprised us in what I've seen so far with some interesting plays, including heavy medic balling onto Biz as a counterplay to sort of set them off guard. I don't know if they're going to do that again here against Gen X, but we will see, I suppose. Now, today's match is actually going to be on Paris East. For those of you who have watched 6v6, you'll know this map very well. This is one that is absolutely beloved by the community in the 6v6 format. However, for the 10v10 format, this map plays a bit differently. It seems small from the outset, however, those flanking routes that you're probably used to, those chevrons and I buildings that you normally don't see played as much, more about flanks, they get played a lot more here in the 10v10 format. You're going to be seeing people use those with 2, 3 people all at a time going in through things like Chevron, 4 people inside of I, things like that to get spawn locks in, and then of course the other side as well, where the alleyway sits and the spawn lock you can get set up near the hollow orange crate around the western side. Sorry, my voice is cutting out a little bit here as I get some water in me.
Yeah, you do that.
I did
Remember
that.
to hydrate.
Always hydrate.
Everyone,
all right.
go hydrate. Hydration clan, let's go.
So let's go ahead and put us on the scoreboard here so that we actually see who's on the roster. It doesn't look like the ref has finished inputting all the names yet, but we'll go over who we
That's
do
fine.
see.
We forgive them.
For the Gen X team, we have Yak, Played, Orivar, Ollie, is that Nay or how do you say that? I think it's Nay. Knerf, Dante, Cool, Anikit, Hyon, Sensubeans, and okay, the roster changed a little bit there on me. Hyon, Sensubeans, by the way, that is I'm forgetting the name.
Apal.
Ipal, thank you. Thank you.
I think. I'm pretty certain. Someone correct me in chat if I'm wrong. I don't know.
I-
Miller plays
I-
Gelos. Miller is like the Connery of Europe. Or like, I don't know, you know.
Yeah, I think we're all kind of there right now. All right, and then of course the Bash team, also not filled in all the way just yet, but RCO3, Tanbink, Tellian, Moons, Josh the Sniper, Lost in Time, Calamity, and Lucas. So again, both of these teams, lots of well-known names around the community. And I'm very excited to see how this match kind of plays out, just because of knowing how all of these players are specifically. Very excited. So let's go ahead and go into the main game screen here, where we can go over a little bit more of the specific.
Oh, Bubbly got kicked apparently.
Okay.
When we don't update the player list,
Yeah.
by the way, that's done by the refs, so we
Yeah.
just have to wait for the refs. But
No
yeah,
worries.
I would kick Bubbly as well. That guy honestly toxic
Just the
and not very good
just
at the
the
game.
worst player, honestly.
Hate him.
TBH,
Get him out of here.
IMO.
The one time I allowed him on my team, I regretted it for the next year. Kid still comes to our team speak and thinks he can hang out with us.
All right, so it looks like
And I'm sorry. Love you, Bubbly.
On the southwestern spawn, we have the Bash team. On the northeastern spawn, we have the GENX team. So the differences here are fairly, bit more noticeable than I'd say pale. For the southwestern spawn, the LAs that actually do, and of course LA play is important on this, no matter the format, but the LAs that do get the roof up here, they do have a very nice little head glitch here that they can utilize as the northeastern push attempts to get them off, which actually can result in them getting just a little bit more control. However, that northeast side, as you have pointed out before, does have this little cubby spot right here along the roof spot that is somewhat hard to notice in LA there. Sometimes they can get a lot of really nice balcony pushes in from that. So the LA play is going to be very important to be paying attention to here, as is in every format. They have a lot of control that they can get when it comes to Paris East. This roof can see absolutely everything. Has a lot of places where you can just run back and get a little bit more health back from, and of course the point itself is overlooked by that roof very well, especially if you were, say, up here on that northern end of it, where you can just see right through the tree foliage. It is quite a tricky LA to deal with if they get that kind of control. Now, those flanking routes that I was talking about before, being the Chevron here and the I building here, these are very important spots for really both teams to be utilizing. You do need to make sure, because you can't all just run into the L shape, which is still going to be something that is focused, but you can't just have everybody running into the L shape trying to get that control. The point is the most important part of a 10v10, so you have to get control of the entire section of the map, and that includes this corner tree here, where you can just kind of step a little bit over, you can start getting cap time on. This box as well, very important to be keeping an eye on. The northeast side does have the ability to actually just stay right here in this little corner here behind the box, completely safe from the window push. They just have to worry about something like an LA dropping down, getting them fairly easily, and of course a heavy pushing around the side here. But if they have a team pushing into the L building at the time, if they have a little bit of LA control, at least harassing, they are safe to do that. So Northeast does get a nice bit of cover there as they do their pushes, but of course the same can be said about South Side as long as they have L control. They'll give them a little bit more cover. They can just hide behind this box as well. They do have to, however, worry about Sandwich, which is this spot right here between I and Chevron. And we are going to see probably a lot of pushes around this side. We saw it already with a couple of matches where Chevron gets a lot of flankers coming in, and I building just gets generally, some guys just sitting in there waiting out, waiting for their chance to push. But this sandwich here does play a very important role in both flanks and keeping yourself covered inside the eye if you need to.
Yeah?
Yes, and indubitably, I dare say.
Okay, thank you, Gelos.
You are welcome.
I didn't listen to any of that. I believe that you hopefully covered the most important aspects of the map, except for the LA play, as you usually do.
No, I actually said that LA play is not important for this map, and I will reiterate that. You actually don't want to play LA's. Engineer might be a better choice, in fact.
Yeah, that's a good point, because you might run out of ammo, right? So
I mean,
and
they overlook
if you think about it, LA is really just a useless engineer that can't even drop ammo.
They can't even drop ammo, thank you. I think I had that as a sign-up once on one of my sheets.
That was when we made a team together for, I don't remember what.
I think that might have been a logistical smash. One of, like, maybe the first logistics
Something. Because I made a sign-up sheet and it was like all German and no memes on it, and you were like, no. It was when we first got to know each other, guys, and became buddies.
It's unfortunate that we're no longer buddies. Maybe we can go back to those times one day in the future.
Maybe. I don't know about that one. Maybe if you apologize to Street Scum.
I'm sorry about that. All right. Oh, hey, it looks like we do
start with the upcoming tick. Match will start with the upcoming tick. That's in around 55 seconds.
Okay. Before we get started, I think we just got a couple more names stuck on the scoreboard here. Can I refresh this scoreboard? Actually, it's kind of looks a little weird here. I don't know why it's doing that.
That's missing people, isn't it?
It's not that it's missing people. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, it's missing 1 here on this side. But you see how it's 1, 2. It's 5 on the left and 6 on the right. You see that?
No, I don't see that. It's just missing people on stream.
Okay. Well, it'll update for you. I'm just gonna put it back into the main screen. I was gonna go over who.
There's just 3 people missing on Bash.
Yeah, I was gonna go over the who's playing, but that's okay.
15 seconds remaining.
Okay, so
shut the fuck up.
We're gonna start by watching the Bash team, where I am very excited to see just how many medics they've been bringing. They've been doing a little bit more medic balling in a lot of their other matches, so curious to see if they keep doing that. And it does look like they have at least 4 medics here, but not medic balling.
How many LAs though?
2 LAs, it looks like, at least.
Oh, because GENX has 3 LAs.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so Menace and
Aniket, Knurf, and Yak.
Menace and Tanbink, both LAs. Tanbink goes down early
Menace
inside the 2nd
dead.
floor.
That's
Oh, Man for One
down.
also going down on 2nd floor. Bash already starting to lose control of L building here. They have already gotten cap time. However, if they can't clear the 2nd
cubby
floor,
control still, and if you hold cubby and just let people feed into you, it can usually work out quite well.
maybe. Calamity here getting the res off. He goes down. Canerf taking him and lost in time, going down right behind him. That means that Bash has just lost all L control, except for Roof, actually, where Menace is still up here. He has just dealt with Yak, and he's getting a little damage here, but he's about to get flanked. He goes down. Canerf taking him out there, and Aniket closely behind, taking out Tan Bink. So more Roof control for the GENX team right now. Bash
Yo,
team
my
now
game just crashed.
Okay, that's fine. You can. I'm sure.
Nah, it's actually not fine, Gelos. I'm gonna file a complaint.
All right. Well, there's a report bug feature, I'm sure, somewhere around here.
Yeah.
So the Bash team now moving into Chevron. Looks like Josh leading the charge here. Where's he going? Gets a body off one of the medics. He's gonna run over here to the side and just kind of wait this out. Will he get a? Wait, what? No, he doesn't get the pick there. iPal, they're just narrowly missing him for a second, but he comes back and kills Josh fairly easily. Meanwhile, still
we have
lots
a
of L
request to put the cam on Talion.
Talion, very well. Talion just died there, so let's actually, we'll wait for
let's
him
look
to
at his
respawn.
dead body. Yeah, look at his dead body.
Oh yeah, you want to look at his dead body? Oh, he's gone now. He's gone. Who knows what happened to him? Josh here. Once Talion comes back, don't worry, I'll go back and look at him again. Josh with the wacky little head glitch. Looks like Talion just died once again inside. He does get the emp off, however. Josh does. And a res
Okay, now
coming
people are
out.
saying cam on Aniket, but Aniket's dead on the ground, owned by Menace.
Pretty much always dead, in fact, actually. Always on the ground.
Yeah. That is why some people call him Banniket, because they argue he should just ban from all competitive formats since he's just always dead anyway.
It might be, you know, it might be good for him health-wise.
Yeah, like I don't know. Being dead on the ground that much can't be good for you.
Yeah, it hurts your back. You're gonna throw your back out at some point. Looks like Bash here is getting actually good amount of control inside of L. However, Man for One goes down on second floor to the LA. Anakin here throws a flash. Can he get a one? He got one! And a double here, but the medic.
He's got the crossbow. He's not gonna.
The medic here is gonna pick everybody up. So an unfortunate, I suppose, target acquisition by Anakin. If he had gotten the medic there, those guys
If he
would
had
definitely
gotten
stay
that
tied.
crossbow shot off, he would be fucking the greatest of all time, Gelos.
He's already the greatest of all time in my heart.
Yeah, well, no.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Take it all back. GENX here with a regroup off on side. Looks like we got Ollie, Aurivar, and Played all here on the main door. They can get an angle going in here, but it looks like they're having a hard time. Lots and lots of Bash members up top right now. GENX does have plenty of time on the point, though, so they can wait this out if they want to. Yak, he got respawned up here on that ledge. He's going back up to roof now. He does need to deal with Tanned Bink, and I don't know where Menace is, but he does need to worry about him, too. Ooh, he does do a drop down here, gets lost in time. Can he get a second? No, Tellian just barely taking him out there with a sliver of health left, and a double there. He gets the second medic.
Someone's asking if the crossbow is trolling in a competitive Plan Z2 match, and I don't believe so, because the crossbow is 900 damage, so it's basically a commissioner, but it's silenced. Like it's like a quiet
So the
quiet
answer is
commissioner.
yes.
No, it's better.
Just put a suppressor on your comic.
You can't do that, Gelos. That's why it's so good.
Maybe you can't do that.
Oh, okay.
Lots of res nades coming out here for the GENX team and the Bash team, honestly. Just a slug fight happening really inside. Oh, another res nade hitting Menace there, but he goes right back down. GENX looks like they're winning the inside fight for the L building. And we just got a couple people left here on corner tree, Moons being one of them, so that's a dangerous player to leave. But unfortunately for him, he got absolutely swarmed right there by the GENX team. Young Zoomer Moons, unfortunately, taking the L on that corner. See if his team can actually recuperate some of these, you know, lost times that they've acquired.
I'm a bit
RCO3
surprised how
unfortunately
one-sided
goes down.
this has been so far.
Yeah, well, GENX has really focused on that L building very hard, and I feel like Bash has somewhat spread out a little bit more. Meanwhile, still going in to the L building, but going in kind of separately. And I feel like that's...
Yeah, but there's not really any flanks coming, which is what you'd want to see usually.
Yeah, and that I think is what's hurting them most. Is they're not flanking with those separated forces. They're just kind of spread out instead. It feels like they're going for point control as much as possible, but they're not quite getting the map control to go along with it, which GENX is doing a fantastic job of.
Are you not better than this rabble?
Looks like Yak going down here on roof. That leaves nobody on roof right now, so that the LAs get up there, they can actually do a nice flank. Meanwhile, over here on spawn side, GENX has lost a couple people, but they're getting right back up. Plenty of medics here. Lots of knives coming out again. Tellian and Calamity making a push inside Hollow. They do have to deal with orange crate spawn.
And
Dante
pushing
look
right
at him.
into him.
Takes
Gets
that
straight
Tellian,
out,
but
though.
misses the medic. Oh, but there's the
Ooh, and
medic
there's
right
more.
there.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Okay.
GENX going aggressive here.
5 of them just collapse on them. There's a resonate, but that's not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, it's looking like GENX
actually-
is wanting to take this quickly here.
Yeah.
Now, secondary spawn is right over here, and it does look like Bash is actually making use of this somewhat. Man for One goes down early, but ooh, Josh gets a nice pick here off of Snake in C. Might be able to get a second one here if somebody peeks him well. Okay, maybe not. He's instead, Lucas, it looks like, is going to push up onto point, taking a look around, see if he can get some spots. Meanwhile, on the main spawn, GENX still playing super aggressively. Played here with a double before finally going down to Tellian.
I think some of them are actually out of ammo, like the medics. I see them running around with pistols and knives.
They might be, yeah. I mean, again, those
I mean,
LAs,
assault
that's
rifles, you
important.
run out of ammo quite fast.
You gotta make sure you have your engineers. Actually, I think engineers might be banned in this format, aren't they?
They
might be.
I'm not sure.
They were
Maybe.
banned in the last pill, I think.
Yeah, they've always been banned in PIL, which I've always... Actually, the first one had them allowed, but I've always been a huge proponent being in favor of something, right? I've
Yes,
always been
please.
against the ban.
Yeah, I've always been for
Yeah.
the ban. In fact, I might have been
Why?
the one that was the convincing argument for that.
Why
My-
is that?
My bad.
Why is that, Gelos?
I got killed by an engineer once, so I needed to take revenge.
Oh, that makes sense. You are pretty stupid.
And Bink with a push up here onto balcony, but goes down. He did get one pick, which was the medic, but unfortunately couldn't get his second medic, Canerf. And actually, there's 3 medics up here now. Meanwhile, as we push around here, Bash sort of has lost all cohesion, it feels like. This spawn lock has been extremely effective on the Gen X team.
Find your effort
They've been
lacking.
absolutely super effective. Now, Bash has made a little bit of headway inside the building, it looks like. Tanbink, however, has gone down again, and a Resnade only stalls the inevitable. Bash team once again dying in lobby. Josh here on side of
Moons
I.
and Lucas on a nice flank through B.
Oh, yeah? Let's
They
take a
might
look at
actually...
this.
Ooh!
Oh,
They must have
wow.
gotten spotted. They got peeked by 5 people.
Yeah, that was incredible,
Holy.
actually.
Oh my god, that must... Imagine running into them.
I have ran into that. That's a fun one to see when you peek a corner and you
Points
expect
flickering last second.
people to be looking one way, but instead 5 people are looking your way.
Yeah,
There it
and
goes.
that's it.
End of half, end of half.
Beautiful job here by the Gen X team. Absolutely phenomenal.
You know what, Gelos? We forgot to do a prediction again.
We did.
I don't think we even summarized the last one.
We were probably right.
Yeah, I didn't. There we go. I did now. Whoever, the only person that bet 50, you lost everything.
Nice, got him. All right. So the individual score lines here, we do have Gen X at 1 point, 2 points actually technically, because we have the refs now putting 2 points for a hard cap instead of the timer cap, or the more time on halftime, where it would just be 1. Love them, the refs. All right, so. For the individual score lines, I will say it's pretty clear which team is doing better just based off of just individuals. If we take a look here, we do have Orivar at top frag of the game, and then of course very close behind him Played at 25. And by the way, Orivar being a medic as well at top frag of the game is an interesting one. Clearly a pretty decent player, especially with the medic. Actually out-fragging both Played and Ipol. And Dante and Ollie. Honestly, they're all pretty decent players at heavy. Orivar just coming out on top
apparently
anyway.
not, Gelos.
You know what? They're a little washed maybe, and and then on the Bash team, unfortunately, it looks like everybody was having a rough time. Only Menace and Tanned Bink seem to be doing, decently well at getting some kills in. Josh also getting about 15 in and 11 deaths. Something else to be noted is more revives were given on the Gen X team. I think this kind of goes into what I thought seemed like what was happening, just based off of what we were seeing. It seemed like Bash was too spread out and not really able to take advantage of the flanks, even though they were spread. And then you had a lot of guys just kind of running into that L, and Gen X they just hold up in L for a while too, until they didn't. Once they moved out into the spawn lock, they were once again still together very well. So obviously Gen X got a lot of kills there because of it. They stayed together so well. Their cohesion was phenomenal. I mean, the fact that the medic got the most kills, I think, shows just how effective they were at staying together. And of course, the revives taken as well does show, not a lot of chances for it looks like Bash to get some revives. Only, Tanbink and Menace, obviously, they only got 3, but they're LAs. That's kind of expected. But people like Lucas, people like Lost in Time, people like Moons, didn't seem like they were able to, and Telly, well, not Telly, sorry, Calamity as well. Only an RCO3. They didn't get a whole lot of chances to get reses. Meanwhile, on the Gen X team, you had 2 heavies there with 13 revives on them, 15 revives on Dante, and then, of course, Snake, one of the medics, also 9 revives there. Got them. They stayed together very well, and they were able to get back up because of it quite a lot. So, good job so far from the Gen X team. We'll see if Bash can actually come back and sort of fix what they might have been doing, because it's not a too difficult thing to fix. It's really just if you're gonna go for flanks, you kind of you take advantage of those flanks. You know, you can't just spread out and.
Second half will start with the upcoming tick. Second half will start with the upcoming tick. That's in around 45 seconds.
All right, so we're gonna go and put that back on the main screen. But like I was saying, you know, Bash can easily come back from this. They just gotta kind of stay together a little bit better. And if Gen X is holding that building super hard, you know, either go in all as a group or go in with flanks at the same time. Right now, what we saw Bash doing was basically they were getting spread out and they were just getting isolated way too often. Gen X was doing a phenomenal job at just holding that building super well. So we're once again going to be taking a look at Bash and see if they can sort of fix that little sort of spread out a bit.
Yeah?
Yes.
The streets come. I don't
3,
think Navi is
2,
playing in this. I think in the
1,
wrong
half
chat.
2 starts, half 2 starts.
All right, so match has started. Looks like we got about 4 medics once again. I don't think we have a squad comp change at all. Josh still the LA and 2. I'm sorry, not LA, the Bolt, and we do have 2 LAs,
Oh, yeah,
the Menace and Tanbing.
I was gonna ask you, do you think Bash should switch to 3 LAs as well to counter the triple LA?
I think that I think they have more problems than just the LA game.
Yeah, but
right
it can still
now,
help, maybe.
Maybe. I feel like they need more power inside the building, though, because that's really where they were losing it. And now you can see here that they actually did get a good push altogether, even going upstairs. And this time around, they were very successful in their push on their opener.
Map unbalanced, Gelos.
Map unbalanced, basically.
Map unbalanced.
Now, Menace
East
and
side always
Tanbink.
wins.
You are better than this.
Tanbink
Show
and
them.
Menace here on roof. They've already taken out one of the LAs. Second LA going down as well. Tanbink and Menace both in good shape. Menace going down, however. Anakit has to be dealt with. Tanbink the only LA left. Oh, but he's going to go down here in just a moment as he is getting shot from the side. Goes down to Dante Cool, who took him out off the end.
The score's correct, Daphnis. We're doing 2 points for full cap, 1 point for a time win.
Yeah, that way it's less confusing.
So it's easier to understand.
Yeah, so if Bash were to win this based off of time alone, they would win that second half. They would get themselves a point, but it would be only 1 compared to Gen X's 2 because they got an actual cap.
Yeah, can you explain the scoring rules for this again, please?
So if you actually get a full cap, we've asked the refs to put a full 2 points onto your score there. That way it's a little bit more clear. But the way this works is if you get more time on the point by the time that half is up, say if you are, if your cap is looking at 3 minutes and 58 seconds instead of 4 minutes, then your side has technically won that half. That is the way that this scoring works. So you would get 1 point then in that game.
What's the point?
It's a unit of measurements used in competitive specifically.
Oh, thank you.
To measure who specifically is the better gamer. Josh here on getting nice points here off of corner tree. Oh, but he almost goes. Oh, he does. He goes down as he tries to flee from Sandwich. And you can see Gen X, by the way, has taken back building super hard. Bash. Oh, but look at this. Bash is actually still in here. And they're making a big push.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, but that LA play does take one
Moon's
off
on a
of
big
balcony.
flank.
Here comes the Resnade. Yep, Moon's with a nice kill off of Played. That gets rid of a very important player there. And there we are. Bash back on that point. Alright, so Bash can now actually get set up for a spawn lock if they want to. Who knows what they want to do here
Well,
just
they
yet,
don't
though.
have the roof, which makes it kind of hard to do that,
true.
because if you push out, you're just gonna get blapped in the back from the roof.
Yeah,
And those GD7Fs hurt.
You definitely need that roof control there, and it doesn't seem like they're getting it anytime soon. Menace on the end here might be able to sneak up on Aniket. Let's see what happens here.
No, Aniket's on.
Oh, and Aniket
takes
with
him
the
out. Bam, Aniket
G7.
with the perfect fucking feeling for the timing.
Beautiful.
I don't think he knew Menace was coming. I think he just guessed, jumped up to check.
He might have heard the jump jets. Those jump jets are very, very
Maybe.
recognizable sounds.
I think Menace is running skirmishes though, which are quite quiet.
Alright, so GENX has once again pushed on to point. They haven't gotten full control of L just yet, though. They have one player they need to deal with, and he is down. Menace going down inside a building means that Bash has now lost control of L, lost control of point, and they need to regroup and make another push. Alright, Bash now back up on the sandwich push. See if they can make use of this as they are all grouped together. However, they need to move quickly because GENX has already kind of sniffed out this push.
And most of them are already dead.
Yeah, and there it goes. They're now pincering very hard in here. Ollie running out of ammo and just going in with a knife now at this point. He gets another
The knife
medic
is
with the
very
knife.
good against reses. I'm surprised he's not running the banana knife, the what's it called?
Amaretsu?
Amaretsu. Amaterasu. Thank you, Gelos, for saying that wrong. I
Get
don't know how
baited.
it's pronouncing. Yeah, okay. It's amazing for this format because it one-shots people that get revived with a revive nade.
Yes.
Unless they have characters, of course. But so you just spam it on dead corpses when you see the revive nade coming.
Just dab on the corpses, basically.
Yeah, and you obviously it's a ranged knife, so you can do it from safety.
Yeah. Luke is here picking up one more medic there, so we got 2 medics now inside of L. Tellian picking up another as well. So that's going to be Bash getting a little bit of control inside of L. However, those LAs just absolutely decimated inside. They did just get picked up from a resonate, but that was an absolute slaughter from those LAs. And in fact,
Moons is still on balcony as well.
it has kind of set them up for a counter push. Tellian, the only one left alive. No, Moons with a sliver of health and some shields. Goes
He
down.
still took 2 with
Yeah.
that sliver of health.
Yeah, but of course it doesn't matter if you can't quite get all the medics, and those medics have now rezzed everybody again. Menace back on point over here, just kind of getting a little bit of time flashing, and he's getting pushed by Dante. Cool, doesn't recognize it, goes down. Meanwhile, back here on the secondary spawn, we do have most of the Bash team huddled up together. Again, when you're all grouped up like this, you got to move quickly, because once the enemy team figures out where you are, they're going to get set up very quickly for a counter push, potentially even. Now, they are moving pretty quickly now, though. Ollie going down on corner tree. Moons, along with Calamity, it looks like. Lost in Time and Lucas all pushing in onto L. But, of course, these LAs are very, very tricky to deal with. They have done a lot of damage to Moons. He's down shield.
They're about to get pushed on the roof, though. I think they're aware, though.
Yep. And here's the flash. It does hit.
Yeah, but...
Tan Bink going up, seeing if he can get Aniket. Oh, but Aniket once again with
Aniket
the
was ready for
GD7
it.
flying. Beautiful.
Aniket, pretty solid LA. Actually, who am I kidding? He kind of sucks.
Yeah, he's pretty awful, quite frankly.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice.
Thank you for being nice, at least. Putting him down.
Hey, yeah. The
Looks
homie
like-
Beast Slayer.
Looks like the point has once again been cleared off. Alleyway push now once again for Bash. RC takes a lot of early damage. Man for one also going down. RC might go down right here. He is super low. Moons with a nice push here. Might be able to get a pick. Nope, no, goes down. Oh, crossbow from Josh. Gets the kill with a heartstring. But unfortunately, he has a giant room full of people to kill. He does get one medic. Can he get a second? He gets the second with the help of another. Goes back up. That actually, honestly, that was a good push by Josh. He actually did manage to get a couple of very important medic picks there. And then his team just pushed in right behind him as soon as he died. And they cleared out that I building and allowed them to actually get control of the point again. And look at this. They're getting control of L a little bit right now. Calamity and Lost in Time both in Cubby. Let's take a look at V, where we have, it looks like 2 players doing a bit of a flank. Moons Moon's getting damaged from behind. Almost goes down there. Again, almost goes down. Very close.
That's actually getting a bit of time back. Like, they have been getting, over the last 2 or 3 minutes or so, they've consistently been getting on point, which is pretty big improvement.
Yep. Let's go take a look at the other side over here, where we have, it looks like Man for One in lobby. Going for an aggressive push, but he gets punished for that one. And then see the second floor balcony here. Played, taking a double before going down to Menace, but no medics upstairs to get any reses off, so those players all going to die and stay dead. Meanwhile, back here at spawn, it looks like for GENX, Bash has been trying really hard to get some kind of a spawn lock set up, but they just keep having to fold around too much. It looks like they're huddling back inside of L. Man for One once again going down on balcony. Tellian probably going to res him eventually. Tellian with a peek out here. Gets one heavy. Big push here from GENX. Let's see what happens. Blade does some damage there. Blade goes taken down though. Auravar also taken down. Menace with the flank. Lucas doing some damage to Knerf there. He does get the res off on Lost in Time, but he's getting flanked himself by Yak. Can he get him? He gets him. Trades it out. But does not matter.
That was a very good resonate from Knerf there. He saw there was still more than 2 people alive. He threw a resonate and tried to stay alive, and then got to pick off people when they were distracted with killing Reavers.
Smart play. And then of course Bash now with a counter reinforced push. Can they actually get any more control on second floor? They got a few more people here. They only need to push out, it looks like 2 players off of Balk, but they do have to worry about that other LA. Aniket.
They did take out the Balk players.
Now, Aniket's still up here on Balk. If he drops down, he could have some easy and free kills here, depending on his timing. Let's see what he does. Ooh, he's waiting for his moment. Oh, he's dropping. Getting a little damage on Lost. He does take him, and he's going to go ahead and just leave right there.
I wonder, at the end of this game, we're going to look at Aniket's kill Gelos, and we're going to be like, nah, he should have played heavy. Maybe.
Yeah, Aniket was just farming.
Or maybe we'll look at it
reses.
and we were gonna be like, damn, this kid was actually farming on LA.
He was just farming reses. Low impact kills.
This is why I usually play long range sniper, because that's how you get the high impact frags. You take out the key players on the enemy team.
Yeah, you gotta take out the key players. Those high impact frags
you
really
spot
get them.
you spot the squad leaders, and then you kill the squad leaders, and then they're like a snake where you cut off the head, and then the body can't move anymore.
Ooh, speaking of, here's a push by Menace to take out Aniket. There he goes.
See,
that actually,
Aniket down, team's gonna collapse.
Team is, and they did, by the way. The LA control is completely broken, so they now have Bash now has L control with only about 20 seconds left until they're going to be in the lead on this half.
Yeah, but the bad news is they need a cap to equalize score.
And I don't. Technically, it's not possible now, actually. But at least if they can get, at least get time on half, you know, save a little face
That'd
there.
Be nice.
That would be nice. They're doing a really good job on second half, making this a little bit more even. That first half just seemed a little bit rough. It seemed like they weren't quite warmed up, maybe, in terms of team cohesion. But this second half, they're playing much better. All right, let's take a look over here on point where we have a big group
we have a similar problem on my team. That's why we started just doing like at least an hour of internals before.
Yeah, you gotta warm up. Yeah, some teams like that.
It takes us like an hour, or usually like one match to like actually start playing together.
Yeah, some teams are definitely like that. I've seen this happen.
Yeah.
Many times. Now, if we take a look here, GENX has actually cleared Bash mostly out of the building. They do need to deal with corner tree though, where we've got a bunny hopping Auravar who took out 2 and a heavy coming in to clean out the last. Beautiful push. And of course,
the
Menace
point
going
is in
down
the
as
middle
well.
again.
Yep.
The timer was
just slightly in favor, I believe, of in C.
I mean, it's like 1 second.
Yep. Is with you. Do not falter.
And there it goes back into NC's favor. Oh, a push here from Calamity. Takes out one. Oh, Josh is already dead as well. And
Yeah, to
look
be
at
expected.
I as well. Moon's here with the push. Can he actually take advantage of this? Looks like there's not really anybody left to kill.
Yeah, Bash in control, completely
Yep.
off point.
Yep.
Very well done.
And with about a minute 12 left, they might be able to get at least halftime time on here.
Yeah, that's really I'm surprised.
Yeah,
Big comeback, honestly.
Like I said, you know, it seems like that first half they were playing rough. This half they're much more warmed up, and it seems like they're playing much better together. This is how I was kind of hoping they would have been playing on both sides, but unfortunately, you know, sometimes you need those warm-up games.
Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, but they actually played really well in the second half.
Yeah, they did. Ollie here with a double as he moves back inside of L. He has cleared quite a few players there. Over here near I and V, we got Tanbink and looks like Tellian inside of I. Oh, look at Josh over here. Gets the kill off of Orovar. What is he using there? He's getting damaged himself. He's trying to get time on point. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any more time for them to fix the halftime. Yeah, nope, too late now. There is time.
End of match. End of match. GENX is declared as the winner of the match. Team captains, please join the casters for the interview.
All right.
Who are the team captains?
You know, I don't know who it is on Bash, because last time we just got Josh in.
Yeah, let's get Josh in here.
For GENX, I still don't know who that is either, unfortunately.
I will talk Anakin.
Sure. Let's go ahead and take a look at our individual score lines here while we have a moment. GENX coming in at 387 kills compared to Bash's only 309. Not quite the 100 difference that we've been seeing quite a few times, but a decent difference nonetheless. I think a majority of that that came from that first half where we had a lot of struggle busting happening from the Bash team, where they warmed up finally. By that second half, they were playing a lot better, but of course, that does not change the outcome, unfortunately. Then we do also have, it looks like, is it Played? Yes, it is. Played, top frag of the game at 55 kills. Just shortly behind him, Dante Cool at 51 as well on the same team. Both playing heavies, both doing a phenomenal job. And once again, very closely behind him was also Ion Sensu Beans, Ipel, doing a phenomenal job. Now, for the Bash team, it looks like we had Menace at 50 kills, doing a fantastic job on that roof. And of course, he did have to deal with 3 LAs sometimes, so it does make sense that that Menace and Tanbink were having to kill a little bit more than some of the rest of their team, because they had a lot more threats coming directly at them a lot of the times. Of course, being an LA on that map does mean you can get some of those drop downs. Very, very deadly roll to be. And then for revives given, a difference of about a little under 30-ish for the Bash team. Actually, they got more reses off this time around. Unfortunately, still did not change the outcome. It's you know that kill power on the GENX team and that spawn lock, especially on that first half, really did seems like it messed with any possibility for the first half win. But that second half really came down to, I believe, mostly just the coordination with the LAs as well, and those medics were doing a fantastic job for both sides. It was just a lot of slug fighting happening there. All right, so for both teams, we have our captains here. For the GENX team, we have Ollie. For the Bash team, we have Josh, well-known captain of the Bash team. First of all, congratulations, Ollie, to the GENX team. You guys did a great job. Very, very effective, in fact. Very efficient, I should say, at that spawn lock setup that you guys got up on the first half. Going into this, have you guys done like a lot of sort of setups for how to get a spawn lock set up, or did that just come together naturally?
Well, the thing is that we actually thought we were playing Aiken in the beginning of this match, and we, like 10 minutes beforehand, we really got to hear that we are actually playing Paris. So
Okay.
it was, yeah, but like most of our guys have played Paris very often in 6666, so we pretty much know on like the garage side how to push for spawn lock. And I mean, and on the other side we didn't really like knew how to really hold the spawn lock.
Mhm.
So because we were very surprised most of the times by the L push.
Yeah. And Josh, you know, you have the unique perspective of being the bolter on your team, so you're a little further back. You get to see kind of what people are doing a little bit more. What seemed to be the difference between the first half and the second half that you think really brought the second half a little closer?
Not feeding as much.
Ah, not feeding as much. Thank you. Yes.
Big strategic play there. So instead of pushing as much to the L, I think we pushed more to the Chevron and down on that south side. But
Okay, so just focusing the
Yeah.
other buildings more than the L building on the second half. Is that what you're saying?
it felt like it at least. There was lots of calls for going to the L building, and that was generally where we messed up. But yeah, we did a bit better.
A little bit.
At least.
That second half really was a lot closer. You guys were just neck
Oh,
and neck
yeah.
for time on point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Specifically on the second half of it, we kind of got some momentum.
yeah.
Yeah, true.
But then, not enough time.
Is your team more of one of those that needs a warm up match beforehand? Because me and Gretchen were both talking about some teams that you know they kind of need that warm up a bit beforehand, and then you know, they really do have that cohesion, which your team had in the second half.
I feel it's more of a roll of the dice.
Okay. Complete RNG. Complete RNG. Gotcha.
Yeah. Best way to play.
All right. And then
So you're saying PILX is essentially a gacha game?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's the cone of fire.
yeah. If everybody just wasn't allowed to aim down sights, I feel like this would be a really
exactly.
interesting experience. And then for one more question for Ollie here over on the Gen X team, you guys did have 3 LAs sometimes, but you swapped it over to 2. Was that more? Was there any calls being made to?
No, the main idea was that we had 3 LAs in the beginning, so that we could like pretty much clear out the LAs in the start of the match.
Okay.
So that was the idea behind it, so that we know that we have LA control, because of course very important to get spots up the flanks.
So really, just more of an opening move to have those 3 LAs. I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys did a fantastic job, Gen X team. Congratulations on your win there. And Josh, honestly, you guys did really good on the second half. So good on you there for coming back on them. We do have another match coming up. It looks like Gobs versus XFPS being casted by... Oh, is that
No
not...
one.
No one? Hold on.
Yeah, the person that was willing to cast it had to drop out, and I can't do it, but I can see if I can find someone for you.
Okay, yeah, I might end up casting that one then. We'll see what happens there. But for right now, that is the end of this stream. Thanks everybody for coming. Just stick around a little bit here because I might just start the stream back up for the next match.
Yeah, which would be in 15 minutes, roughly.
That's right, 15 minutes. So one more time, congratulations to Ollie and the Gen X team. We will see more of you guys in the future, as well as the Bash team. You guys did a great job on that second half. Thanks for everybody coming. Stick around for a little bit. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye.